Hi everyone.
What's up?
Hey. We're live at Standing Rock with the Veterans Stand Advance team, and we're just going to hang on for a moment or two to make sure that the connection is working and that everyone can hear us and see us okay. So we need your help, those of you who may already be here. Hey Beth, welcome online. Beth, can you tell us if you can hear us and see us okay? We don't want to get started unless everything's perfect for you guys. Looks like Beth's a little shy, or she can't hear us. I don't know. Let's see.
Hello, Beth.
Hi, Beth. Beth.
See, now you got the guys talking to you. Isn't that great?
Hey there, Beth.
We love it when the guys talk.
Beth, this is Chris over.
Hi. Beth can hear us. She says perfect sound and audio. All right, then. I think she likes you guys, so she's willing to talk to us.
We like Beth.
All right. Well, as we've got close to 20 people online right now, I think we're okay. Hey, everyone. Everyone's sending a big shout out to you guys. Hey, hey, vets.
What's up?
Guys, say hello. Why don't we get started and everyone introduce yourselves, starting over here on the end with the fuzzy guy.
My name's Chris Dusing. I'm the Director of Field Operations for Veterans Stand. I've been back out here since the 4th, making arrangements to plan our next moves here.
Hi, everybody. My name's Ross McKee. Here with the vets. Here to help set up the tent and get things situated for the vets to come in and a place for them to stay and have a good time when they get here.
Hi, my name is Scott Bierman. This is my first time out. I couldn't go out initially because in December because of had such a great response by fellow veterans, and so I'm here now. It's having a great time. I'm at Rhode Island College. I'm a social work major, so I thought the cause and everything that we're trying to promote is a righteous one, and it's nice to see everyone working together.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Well, we've got a few people online, and I'm going to give the folks online watching just a little bit of homework to start thinking of some questions you want to ask these guys. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask them one more question because Scott started to touch on that. And let's start with Ross. I'm curious, what brought you to Standing Rock in the first place?
My son actually brought me to Standing Rock. Somebody that I don't want him to grow up having to worry to fight, big companies like this to actually have a place to go fishing or to go hunting and to actually enjoy the water. And another thing is too, I feel that if something like this happened to me on my land, I would hope everybody would come together and unite and stand with me, because I don't want something like this coming through my hometown either. So that's the main reason I'm here, is just for my son and the younger generation, so they have a place to go, a place to fish and relax and enjoy the water without being polluted.
How old's your boy?
He is 5 years old.
And what's his name?
His name's Cody.
Hey, Cody.
Hey, Cody.
Everyone say hi to Cody. Thanks, Cody, for letting us borrow your dad for a little while out here. Chris, you want to tell us why you came?
I've been thinking about this place since last April, and when I had a chance to come out here in December and seeing the camp in its glory, it's hard to pick just one thing, but these people, their stories are not being told. They're being absolutely taken advantage of. They're in a out-of-the-way part of the country. There's hardly been any presence of mainstream media out here telling the stories of what's been going on here. And when I had the opportunity to come out the last time to see for myself, to confirm what I've been seeing in videos and on social media, I don't know how you can't be touched by this place. These are human rights violations have been going on for the better part of a year, and the water protectors here have been under siege for the last 4 months. It kind of feels like a war zone down in there, and I think anyone who's been here for any amount of time, our PTSDs are going to overlay on that. So how can I not come back here to stand with these people?
And that's good. I kind of feel the same way. There's a lot of things going on here that people in the world don't know, because there's no media. So I give shout out to the people that are here covering it. But just like him, there's so many reasons why we're here. If everybody comes here, you'd be able to see the unity, the love that these people have for each other and for the land. It's amazing. It's kind of even hard to explain it, to tell you the truth, without getting teared up about it, because it's something that feels so right that you actually get a chance to be part of something and help people that need help and stand with these people and defend them. And it's just, like I said, it's just really hard to come up with one reason why everybody's here.
Yeah.
This is a chance to be on the right side of history.
So guys, I got a couple questions starting to roll in, and I think I'll hit Donna Mays first. Are you or the others staying for the duration this time, because vets need to keep a presence?
I guess I can handle that as the operations guy. We are currently, I'm looking to be here for a good amount of time, and we're looking to have at least a small presence here. Ideally, in the camps that are expanding and the ones that are being built new, we want to be able to help set up the infrastructure to provide sustainment operations, and depending on how the funding goes, to have a continuous presence of veterans here integrated into this community. And I'm even thinking as far as having a place for homeless veterans from across the country to come and see if they can find a purpose with us and help them get back on a better path of life. So yes, we're looking at maintaining a presence here for as long as it takes.
Awesome. And I've got another question here from Lynette. She's asking, in what form of resistance will the veterans play should the water protectors encounter the law enforcement via a prayer walk?
Peace and prayer. Peace and prayer. Just using our bodies.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody wants, is a peace and prayer. Peace and prayer and a peaceful walk. They don't want none of this conflict between them. They're here to bring awareness to something that I ultimately feel that the government's taking advantage of, along with the big oil companies, that they think they can just walk over these people. And that's not right with me, not at all.
Yeah.
Do not abide.
I'm glad she asked that question, because the answer illustrates that as veterans, we're capable of handling ourselves in all different types of situations, and not to be a show of violence or force, in much what you would think a military member's purpose is, serving throughout the country, the world.
Absolutely.
Can I just point out that all three of us were in the United States Army Infantry? Our entire job when we were in service was to close with and destroy the enemy by means of fire maneuver, and now we're here to support and prop up and protect.
Peace and love.
Peace and love from the infantry. Well, shout out to the infantry, and I don't know, where's the rest of the armed services? They better shout out on this Facebook Live. We better hear from them. We've got one such gentleman who was part of our December stance. Bart Trippetts has a question for us. Hey, Bart.
What's up, Bart?
Do you expect water protectors will start more actions after the cleanup and the environment? What sort of impact is spring flooding happening? Maybe we can talk a little bit about some of the stuff you guys are doing right now.
Yeah, I can answer that one. As far as spring flooding goes, there's a lot of snow on the ground, so apparently we're supposed to be having a warm summer days, if you got to consider 30 degrees warm, but down here it kind of feels like summertime if you've been here for a while, or if you've been here for December, when we came in December. But yes, there is a lot of water on the ground. That's going to happen when you have a lot of snow, and this place is a low spot anyway, so it kind of looks like a big swimming hole or a big pond, but everybody's coming together and getting through that, so we're all coming together as one to get out of the water.
Awesome.
And the place is being cleaned out this point.
Yeah.
Guys, folks are saying it's a little bit hard to hear you guys, and it might be because of our connection or because of the way I'm holding the phone, so I'm going to try and adjust that. Sorry, everyone. I've got a
drill sergeant voice.
Sound off, right?
Yeah.
I got to call out all of this amazing love coming to all of you guys. Lots of thank yous, lots of hero comments. Even got a yay Cody's dad in there as well too. What the audience is asking, and John's got a great question here. What can we do at home to help the movement? What's our call to action?
Be aware. Spread the message. Do your homework. As deep as the issue of the federal government coming to clear indigenous sovereign nations to take more land for them for mineral rights, it goes much deeper than that. The civil rights violations and that are going on, and who knows what's going to happen with this administration. We need to take a stand. We need to stand up together to find things that unite us. So I would say what to do, spread the word. Find out about how tar sand oil goes through pipes and how much pressure it goes under. Look at not just that the potential to poison Lake Oahe and the Missouri River, contaminating river water for 18 million people, but also the lower that horizontal drilling goes underneath the lake, the closer it gets to the Olagala Aquifer. And if you've never heard of the Olagala Aquifer, here are a couple of things that you should know. It supplies groundwater to 1/3 of the nation. That's the Midwest. That is where over half of the world's agriculture and produce is fed by water from that aquifer. If that tar sand pipeline ruptures, and the pressure of it would push that very thick consistency tar sand, kind of like peanut butter, push it through the porous rock, the porous sedimentary rock under the riverbed into the aquifer, and that could poison all of the crops for over half of the world. We're talking a potential of a worldwide famine, a near extinction event, just so a few number of people who are invested in this pipeline can reap the benefits of the estimated $700 million of revenue a day that this pipeline will produce when completed, all for export. So we're risking 1/3 of the American people's drinking water and half of the world's food supply for a handful of people to make more and more billions of dollars.
And money is not even coming to the bank.
And that money's not coming back to our economy. That's right. That's right. I have James Williams, ex-Marine, who was here with us in December.
Oh, James.
Hoorah, Marine, hoorah.
He has a question: how many vets can the community handle?
Okay, unlike last time, we know we can't do a mass movement. For several reasons. There's a real fear that if we called a mass movement or one triggered, that the authorities would come here and forcibly evict everyone staying in the water protector camps. We don't want that to happen. We also learned that when we had thousands of people show up in December, we completely overwhelmed the infrastructure in the camp. And despite our best efforts to get items shipped here and ready for us to fall in on, most of that stuff didn't show up, and then the weather came and it turned into bedlam. So what we're doing now is I've got a small group of guys out here. We're in communications with all the different camps right now, and we have our main partnership with the Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe, and we're going to partner with them to help construct the Cheyenne River Great Sioux Nation camp on fully legal, privately held, legally leased land. There should be no reason for anyone to come in who is unwanted. But we have to have space for people to live and to feed them. So that's what we're doing here right now is we're setting up shelters and arranging for logistics supply to come in to feed everyone, medical supply, so that we can start building the numbers. And ultimately, if the time did come where we needed to do a mass call, we would have the infrastructure here to be able to absorb it and to be able to integrate and be more effective than we were in December.
And Ross, do you want to talk? You and Scott were out building structures today, actually, for what Chris has been talking about. Do you want to talk a little bit about sort of what you guys have been up to this week?
You want to go first, or do you want me to?
Oh, please go ahead.
Chris got here, how long ago? 2 days ago?
Yep.
2 days ago?
Scott.
Oh, Scott, sorry. Scott's been here for 2 days. I've been here for a week now.
We got here the 4th.
On the 4th. Well, pretty much the structure down there, we got to move everything from height. What?
Just curious as to sort of some of the stuff that you've been building this week and focused on.
Tents. We're trying to get lodging for people to come in. like Chris said, for the Cheyenne tribe, we need to get TP set up, and so we're just trying to break everything down that's in the low ground and what they consider the floodplain. So when everything does melt and the river does come roaring back, and hopefully roars everything on top of these hills with it before anything goes through it. But
talking about the drill pad.
Yeah. But just trying to get people to high ground, get them to safety, so when the summertime does come and the fall does come, that we're still here. We don't have to rush and hurry to get people off this land that's in the low part of it. That we can go to high ground and we can still be peaceful in prayer and pray over what's going on without getting our socks wet.
Yep.
And freezing.
And there have been a few questions in terms of what supplies are needed, what donations should people be making. What would you guys recommend? I'm going to defer to sort of overall what we're trying to build here is a supply chain. So there are some short-term needs.
There are over the time span here, there have been a large number of donations that have come in. A lot of it's still unsorted. Some of it's quite random. I found some mixed CDs. Someone donated their mixed CD collection, which I thought was interesting.
That's nice of them.
It was
Thank
next
you.
to a teddy bear. So, but thank you. We appreciate that. One of the things that we're looking at as far as filling the logistical needs of the camp is we want to contract with local native-owned businesses to so that instead of a donation drive in, say, Miami or Houston or what have you, that the money goes into that economy that's already doing pretty well. We want to be able to bring that money into this economy, into the reservation, and hopefully that could actually create jobs. Since we're creating a new demand, maybe that can file up. But give us a little bit before we do mass calls for donations or anything like that. If anyone was local and had some gravel, we've got some muddy driveways that we could use several truckloads of gravel for.
And I have an apology to make to Ben Althouse. There is no such thing as an ex-Marine, former Marine. I apologize, Ben, and to all the Marines out there that I
Once
offended.
a Marine, always a Marine.
Only Marines call that sort of thing out, too.
It's okay.
It's outstanding.
It's all right, guys.
We love you no matter what, brother.
Still love you.
There's a couple of questions about some of the other veterans groups and camps here. Can you guys talk a little bit about how you're collaborating with some of the other teams already on site?
What we're coming in here very softly. We're just looking at finding needs and addressing them. So there, and I have to give credit to that. There have been there are other veteran groups that have been here for a long time. There are other veteran groups that are here now. This movement started with the youth of the tribe and the Native veterans. And if you didn't know, Native Americans have the highest percentage of service per capita than any other group of Americans. So more than any other, the veteran community has a large percentage of Native Americans in it. So what we are doing as an organization is basically a support and supply mission. We're going to help build the infrastructure so that people who want to travel to Standing Rock to see what's going on here have a safe place that they can come and they can see for themselves what's going on. We're not here. I don't have any ego in this. I'm not trying to gain any fame. As I'm talking to you on a Facebook Live.
You're so pretty.
It's only because I forced him, guys.
We just want to help the people here and do the right thing. And we feel that, I certainly feel that we're on the right side of this.
I do too. I feel that we're on the right side and the right track for this to be done the right way and keep moving on with it.
And I can speak to that. Since being here, I've noticed the people you see before me in the video go the extra mile and take those extra strides to maintain their character so that they're not offending anyone here culturally. And it means a lot to me as a social work major and as a veteran, just as a fellow human being, to have other people here that are treating people with respect and really fostering those relationships that people can come together for this main goal and this main purpose.
That's awesome. Donna May says you guys should run for office.
I'm staying out of politics.
I try very hard to be honest, and you can't win in that game if you're honest. But thank you, Donna.
Oh, no.
Bart's asking, and it may be a good point of clarification, if we're setting up a separate veteran stand camp here.
We're providing logistical support and supplies to all camps that are that have a need, and we are, in addition to that, one of those camps is the Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe camp. So we will have a presence there, but that doesn't mean that we won't be sending work parties or providing any kind of logistical support to the other water protector camps as well, and the other veteran groups.
And Patrick is asking, how do we contact you when we get there?
Oh boy. We're trying to do, we're controlling movements out here right now, guys. I know a lot of people want to hurry to get out here, but we have to be prepared and ready for you, so that we don't have too much of an impact. What we're doing right now is we're going through folks who are on the roster from December, and working through and finding volunteers. Now, again, we're looking at a opportunity to rotate in here at some point for the next several months at least. So if right now isn't the best time for you, we're working to, when maybe it gets a little bit warmer, that there'll be a time or a better time for you and a place for you to come.
So just to reiterate, we do have folks who signed up on our original roster we're approaching. We do have folks who signed up on our supporting roster that we're approaching. And our roster is open now at veterans-stand.org. You can also send us a message on our Facebook page at veteranstand4, the number 4. I am just looking through. There's still so much thank you. You guys are awesome. Just the amount of support you're giving us with all these thank yous and all this support. Yes. Keep it up. Make your voices heard at home. Guys, I'm gonna just scroll through here. It doesn't look like there are a lot of questions that we haven't touched on yet. So maybe let's start to wrap it up for our audience, because I'm sure people have stuff to do this evening. Jennifer, we don't have any information on them at this time, but you're welcome to message us at our Facebook page, and I'll be happy to track that down to you. You guys are a new hope and a paradigm shift for our country. So I'm going to leave it with that awesomeness, but I want to ask you guys one last thing you want to tell the audience, you want to share with them, something that is important to you. Scott, let's start with you. Loudly.
Something that's important to me.
That the audience walks away with from this.
We have to get involved. If you don't get involved, you can't incite change. So please think about it. If you want to be involved in this movement, contact us, do the right thing, and please just be involved. Contact your congressmen, contact your senators. We have the ability to change the way this is going, and we need to take responsibility and do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Ross?
Just speak up, listen, get out there and show the people what's going on. The only way, like he said, is to change is you have to stand up and make your voice heard. They have to hear you, Be proud of your voice. Don't hide behind it. If you believe in something, take a step forward and let everybody hear it. I mean, who cares if it hurts somebody's feelings? But, hey, your voice is being heard. Stand up for what you believe in. And, come here and make a difference. I mean, that's a big thing, too. You put your heart and soul in something and go with it, and you make yourself feel better along with everybody else. So my biggest thing is just, bring awareness to this and make your voice heard. Don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in.
Thank you, Ross. And Chris?
Thank you for the support, but I beg all of you to remember that we are not the story here. The story, the the important veterans in the story are the Native American veterans who stood up with the young people and the elders and the people of the community in April to oppose this. The story is what has been happening here to the water protectors who have been here for the long term. So thanks for paying attention as we swing by, but we're not the story. And there are stories that you will not believe if you come here and you talk to the people who have been here, and you can see the videos, and you can talk to people who were there as it happened, and you will forever be changed if you do that. We are not the story.
Water is life. Don't forget.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone, for joining us tonight. Keep following EcoWatch and join us over on Veterans Stand if you want to follow what's happening in Standing Rock. We can use all the support we can get, and that means making your voices heard. Call the Army Corps of Engineers. Call your elected officials. Make life a living hell for the companies who are funding this project. I'd just like to remind everyone that Phillips 66 owns 25% of DAPL, and guess who owns the share of Phillips 66? Warren Buffett, the guy we all are supposed to love. So make life tough for those people so we can support the people here. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Warren Buffett also owns the Bismarck Tribune.
He also owns the Bismarck Tribune. I love you guys. Have a great day. Peace and love.